Hey everybody, Doug Fields here with another episode of 5 Minute Youth Ministry. I am with my friend Justin Knowles. Justin is on staff at Saddleback Church. He's famous to me because he took my discipleship group. I had him 9th and 10th grade.
Not intimidating at all.
And hand it off to you. But Justin is he's kind of the architect behind some of the small group stuff that's happening over there, which is amazing.
Fun.
That there is more kids in small groups than actually come to the main crowd event, which is
crazy,
unheard of.
Yeah.
But one of the things I've noticed about you the last couple of years that I want to talk about a little bit, and for some people that have been doing youth ministry for a long time, that's fine, they can check out. But for others, we have both crowds, veterans and newbies. But I want to talk about relational youth ministry.
Okay.
How would you define relational youth ministry?
I think relational youth ministry is any time that you could have a conversation with a student, whether it's in your office, whether it's in at youth group, on the weekends, midweek, whatever. Anytime that you get a chance to be one-on-one with a student, that's relational youth ministry.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about Jesus or whether you're watching stupid cat videos on YouTube, that is relational ministry to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that relationships are the backbone of youth ministry, and so, I think Young Life many years ago coined a phrase that I've always hung on to. You've got to earn the right to be heard. That you just don't stand up in front of kids and just start preaching at them. I mean, you can, but it's just not as effective.
Right.
That you're building a bridge to them, and you do that through relationships. How do you do that as a youth worker? So, what are some ways? Just start. I know I'm catching you off guard. We don't prep this 5 minutes.
No.
But what do you do to develop relationships with kids?
Well, on the weekends where all the kids come on the weekend, I kind of try to find the kid that's sitting by themselves, and you almost have to push past the awkwardness, because it's always awkward meeting a new kid, and you want to have a relationship with them, or at least begin a relationship with them. So without them knowing, in my own mind, I kind of have them go about. I play 20 questions. And I literally just fire away with questions about, where do you go to school? What's your family like? Do you have any hobbies? Do you play any sports? What's your favorite TV show? What's your favorite kind of music? And they just kind of at first
more in a natural conversation,
right? Yeah, we're just talking.
I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to say, hi, what's your name? What school do you go to? And walk away.
Exactly. It's just more kind of getting to know them, introducing to them, because I might not know them, and being at the group, they might have seen my face, but to actually go up to them and actually know their name, try to remember their name, which I'm awful at, and just to try to create conversation, at least begin a relationship with. That's on the weekend. Within my small group, the one that I got to take over from you, it's been great, because I think one of my favorite things that I do, and it is, we meet on Wednesday nights. Up by your house, up in that area up there. And before each Wednesday night, an hour before, I sit at the Starbucks right down the bottom of the hill, and I invite each one of them over to Starbucks for an hour before. And there's not really an agenda. It's just conversation, or just talking and hanging out, and then we both drive up to the small group together.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
I think just conversation.
Yeah, making yourself available in a safe environment.
Right, and most of the time, just because we're hanging out and because I get them one-on-one, there's some real conversation that will happen that comes out of it that they normally wouldn't happen in a group or whatnot.
What about other ways that you're kind of maximizing your time and energy to be relational?
I love sports. So going to, just last week, I went to 3 innings of one of our seniors' high school baseball games, and he was pitching. I got there a little bit late, and I had to leave early because I had another meeting.
To me, that's perfect.
Oh, it was great. It was great. Got there, said hi to his mom. Said there's a couple of friends that were watching too, but it was really cool because he sought me out that Sunday and said, "Hey, I saw you in the crowd. I just want to let you know that meant so much to me."
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that's one of the biggest ways. I mean, literally was there for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then I left, and then it was done.
Yep.
But to him, it was a big deal.
Yeah. Well, I tell rookies all the time when we talk relational youth ministry, don't go to the whole game. Show up late, leave early, be seen. You don't need to hang out with them afterwards pat sweat off them and things like that. Just sit with the parents the whole bit. 30 plus years later, I still remember my youth pastor, Jim Burns, was at my baseball game. True story, came late, left early. He saw me one at bat, I struck out. Next at bat, I hit a home run. And he wasn't there. So that, now I'm talking to him, oh man, you left too early, I hit a home run. Now, truth be told, there was no fences, and it was really a double that just kept going.
Rolling,
yeah. So, but it was a home run.
No, I
Just
think
not over the fence.
Oh, it's perfect.
Never hit one of those. But anyway, go ahead. There's a lot of therapy that comes up.
No, it's all good. I think another great way too, like we're in the office. You know, I wish I could be out in everywhere, Starbucks, whatever, go hang out with. But there's work to be done. Yeah. But I think part of the cool, one of the fun parts is when students come into the office.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to like, just blow them off. Like I got a ton of stuff to do right now. But to be able to have a student come in and sit on your couch, and then for you to be able to take 5 minutes and just stop and just focus on them for a second and just start to have a conversation with them. Like yesterday, we had a student come in. I just, hey, she's a senior, getting ready to go to college. She doesn't know where she's going. And we're just kind of talking. And we just had a moment where I said, you know what, why don't we just pray about your conversation? Like, why don't we just pray about what college, what direction you want to go?
Yeah.
And it was just a cool moment to where I could have easily said, I got to do this stuff. I got a meeting in like 10 minutes. Yeah. But to be able to just stop. And like students ruin your workday, but to be able to have that relational aspect where you could just stop and focus on that for a second.
And praying for them, powerful.
Powerful, yeah.
And let's be honest, it's another way to get them out of there too. Hey, let me pray for you as you leave.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Justin Knowles is on our blog every week. He's got product on the DYM store. Appreciate your ministry. Thanks for sharing it with our friends at Download Youth Ministry, Relational Youth Ministry. Justin Knowles. Bye.